So as always, timestamps exist in case you just want to skip forward, but I have to do another run because of what happened last time, and yeah, not really much else to say, aside from the fact that, yes, if we do a thing, and yeah, that's different because different things, and off we go. So yeah, I'm going to be rolling my saves because I should be. There's no reason why I shouldn't, really. It's, yeah. Yeah. Actually, there are some differences here and there that you can notice throughout playthroughs, but yeah, until we get the full version 1.0 in ETA, expected time of arrival of version 1.0 or full version is summer 2026 last I checked. So yeah, I would like HP, but I see rare stuff, I take rare stuff. Also, hammering in the importance of strength, basically. But whether or not I truly do that, well, I guess we'll see. So, just to be safe, I'm going to take a magic attack, knowing what I'm going to try to get my salty run back. That's what I'm trying to say. That being said, if we get a chance to eat an NPC, we will. But until that happens, not really much else I can do. So, off I go. Yeah. Basically, you want things that scale off stuff. If we don't, sad things happen, but this would be nice. Still gonna take this because I'm getting slapped around with physical attacks at times, so yeah, definitely remember that much. If nothing else, trying not to lose a single time in the run, but that's gonna be a bit tricky if I don't have any good scaling skills, or if I just don't have enough defense or HP, and then also damage to keep up, but that's a different story. That, essentially, it ran down to I didn't have enough healing items. Really? That was the main problem. It wasn't even my stats. So, I mean, stats do help, but boy, oh boy, would I've liked something better. So yeah, Tori and maybe, I think Ulupika. Well, that is a nice chunk of HP. Don't I have a confectionery box? Well, we're gonna find out. Is it where I assume just for, and I know that doesn't give Tori stuff, but that was just so juicy. Things I forgot. Well, we're not building agility, so we'll just take debuff resistance and move on. I was gonna mention a thing. Well, I'll move on. So yeah, we're gonna try to hit recovery items in the shop. At least 2 to 3, preferably 3, minimum 2, because with just 1, including the dragon not including the dragon plushie, it's not enough for me to survive. So, yeah, we'll find out. We do have punch. I didn't even check if I started with punch or spark. You get one of those two randomly, and if that's wrong, please correct me, because I don't remember. We don't need to do headache. I think we just trade blows with this left, right, and center. Now, at a certain point, yeah. Well, I mean, if we hit a crit, that's great. But if we didn't, usually you should just be able to brute force through with just punch or spark. Unless your strength or intelligence are just so low for whatever reason. But that's not normally the case. So, hey. But yeah, Dragon Breath, and off we go. Again, might as well take these first few weeks to explain what we're going to be doing for the playthrough, which I said I was going to be rolling a save. Let's roll a save now. I'm going to forget, actually, but hopefully it won't be too bad. So this time, we're going to be stuck with the run that we get, and by that, I mean I'm just going to save it, and if we can't save the run after 3 loads, then I'll just give up. Shield equal to Vitality, although if we get stripped, or if we get Acid, I guess, then I guess it doesn't matter, but it's not like I want to have Vital Shield and Ice Veil, so all things considered, and I didn't want to build into HP this run, but extra damage on Punch would help too. Take the shield. Might as well have more than nothing. That being said, that wasn't exactly true for the previous run either, but what happened, so off we go. But yeah, definitely keeping our intelligence low, not really a point. And there's this goddess statue, 7,567. I'm not going to remember that, but I'll try to remember that just to see. Yeah, we actually want to work with for Ulupika, but Tori's a nice second. Everyone else I eat, pretty much. Every other NPC I'll eat. I don't know how many. I'm just going to assume maybe 2. And then after that, if we lose festivals for whatever reason, then hey. But I'm just saying that out of thin air. My mind is thinking of game development things. And as a designer, it wouldn't be too far-fetched to basically remove festivals as an event for eating an NPC. Either because an NPC is required for certain events, or you could just, or maybe the developer did exclude them when they're supposed to appear. Period. That's all I have to say. Unsettled, so ignore. So, but you can force a crit if so if so desired. Equal to max damage taken to one target. Max damage taken. So the biggest damage you've taken, I assume? Otherwise, recovery 10%. That's not really that too much. I mean, if we improve it, then maybe it is. But unless we have a healing skill that goes along with it, it's not really going to help. This time we get poison. I think I keep my achievements from defeating the bosses, but I didn't complete the run. But I think I still get, keep the thing. Anyway, let's reroll this. Reroll again. Basically, just looking for any 2-star, but. Hey, actually bad energy bar, 2-star rarity. Give me HP. But after that, let's find out. We're actually just trying to eat NPCs at the moment, so we're going to forego the gold gain. For better or worse, though, Ku is getting job done well, so hey. Two things. Recover a bit more HP, but that doesn't scale up. Basically, having to scale... It's nice for early game, but I'm thinking about the late game. We lose 2 HP per turn, but maybe it's fine? I guess we'll find out. Towards rule, skill inspiration. But this means I need to rest next turn for sure. I'd rather have the option select available, and by that I mean I would rather be able to rest during a turn or work if I find an NPC, or if I want to just hit something up in town that I really want to hit up. That's all I have to say. Otherwise, just follow the food and eat. Follow high-star rarity food and eat. That's what I'm trying to say. Oh my goodness, what? I know, it was an accidental click. That being said, yeah, let's go to the shop. We preferably want anything healing items, but dragon fruit would be the most liked. But 25% HP isn't bad. It's just makes me sad. Stamina recovery during rest improve. Yeah, you know what? Increase power of large bleh. And dragon milk. Just gonna look for, again, this is because I am going to try and snipe the ocean boss again, so yeah. Nullifies the next buff gain. Does that include Call of the Storm, I wonder? Huh. I mean, it's only 500 gold. Well, that's a big way to go there. But, yeah, we'll see. Extra shield, bleh. Reduces chance of command ignoring. Brrr. We're still going to be training, so we're going to take this. And if we have any more rerolls, we will. I don't think we do. Oh, we do. Never mind. Because I think we just got one. Ambrosia. Otherwise, I'll take a quick look around here. No, we don't have poison, so we'll take Ambrosia. And off we go. And that means we don't have enough money for the next week, but it's fine. Shop again immediately. Is that the closest I've seen shops come back to back? Well, hey. And yeah, we don't have enough for any of these, so we'll just look for something. There was a big Vitality one there, but let's look for something else, and we take a loan. Hey, Calico, I know I used all my money for your competitor. Competitor question mark? Although if we eat Quinn here, we don't really get to do much, so never mind. Gain a shield equal to next damage taken. Funny, well, again, I'm always thinking of just Ocean Boss, but the thing about this, I'm trying to time this for a Call of the Storm, but I guess we don't have to. BP, otherwise, I mean, yeah, AoE, but it's a magic attack, so we'll just take Dragon Callus. And off we go. We don't have any more stamina this time. I should have just rested, all things considered, but it's fine, I guess. So, as Morgantiana comes for another big meal, I have to rest, don't I? I do. So we take another loan. Oh, I don't think we needed to, but we'll just do it. Because, we healed stamina there. Don't eat Ulupika. On the turn that she comes around, I'm going to be so sad. Okay, good. That being said, I forgot to pay back Calico, but it's fine. Crit rate increased, so a chance to crit. Physical resistance with synergy or evasion. I mean, it's not like when I crit on something that has big mitigation, I get much, so we'll just take the defense. Either one would have been but all things considered... You know what, let's just go for it. Let's just go full throttle. I forgot to save, by the way, so this could be really, really bad for me. So let's find out. Hey, Morgantiana, I got a loan to pay off, but don't really have anything for it, so we're gonna take another loan. Help! And I don't actually want to eat anyone, so let's... Oh, we don't have energy. Never mind. I lied to myself. Well. We'll use the stamina, I guess. Based on rule, but I mean, it does scale, but it's not really. So we'll just take extra healing. Unless I just happen to game over here. I still didn't save it, by the way. I forgot, but hey. So we'll just take a little extra. I have to call Calico again. And let's save it, and hopefully I haven't soft locked myself for some reason. But anyway, yeah, let's go on. I'm actually trying to eat an NPC. We can't eat it anymore. Of all the times. I mean, yeah. I think we can eat one more NPC and be fine. We didn't get any other thing for it, but grab some AoE and off we go. Don't hurt me, Calico. I mean, funny enough, I need to get this achievement, but I can't spell. Carnival. I was gonna say carnivorous, but I'm going absolutely crazy right now. So, yeah. Hey, Calico. I know I'm trying to pay it back. Fine. This time, though, we won't eat Ulupika. I know you might want to, but no, you can't. So, off we go. And sure, you can eat the ground. You have to pay for the ground. They actually do send you a bill payment for that. But we have a boss instead, so we don't have to worry about Calico. Unless Calico can fight the boss, but that'll be more of a gag reel. But hey, still sleepy. Ow. I think she bit me. Anywho. Let's see here. Max damage taken, but we're just taking damage from poison. So instead... Oh, both of these are equal to damage taken. Well, fun times ahead. We do have punch, but I don't want to just rely on that. So, yeah, we'll do our best. No stamina as well, so we really need this gold from... Hey, I'm fighting you for the gold, not even fighting you for peace. I'll admit it more. I'll admit more of it. So yeah, we're actually not prepared. We can't get rid of debuffs, and we can't strip buffs, and we can't do much else. All we have is, hey, hit something as hard as possible, and go for the best. Although we will apply a shield to ourselves. That will do. We might as well just use our cooldowns while we can. And I should have punched, but it's fine. How much HP are you losing per headache? 700. That's not really a lot. Oh, pain. Now, again, we do want to be trading blows. Now, my curious question is whether or not revenge and other skills like it, because there's one skill that if you get hit through the shield, that doesn't apply to damage taken. So, I mean... And, unfortunately, Ku disobeyed into revenge, which means we did no damage, but hey. I keep forgetting, is it going through... Artist Poison going through my shield? It is going through my shield. Well, hey. We still want to apply a shield, because Cham does have an attack. That also applies poison, but we need to keep attacking. And in fact, how much does this punch do? I think we do get a lot of damage from the not poison, applying headache, but can't really do much else at the moment. In fact, our breath is doing the most damage, so fun times ahead. So we're just gonna apply this just to be safe. Yeah, because that's about 1,000 damage plus 700 damage-ish per turn. That's all I have to say. And we just keep punching. A lucky crit will help, but yeah, the headache should pay itself off. 4 turns times 900 damage. Yeah, that's more than we can regularly punch for. So, you know what? It is worth applying. Taketh this. And off we go. Now, that being said, I just realized that summer is right around the corner. So, yeah, that means I do have to do a thing. But critical hit, apply 1 rend. I thought it said all of them. That would have been insane. But lose resistance, but shake off debuffs. Unfortunately, because of what I know I'm going to be trying to fight, we cannot afford to take more damage than necessary. I'm pretty sure, well, the Call of the Storm applies, goes against our defense or resilience. One of the two, but we don't want to lower our resistance is what I'm trying to say. So, yeah, that's interesting. We are doing physical attacks, so we didn't see any other thing. And boy, our loans are high. I'm pretty sure I have to do a thing. So we're only gonna try to pay half, so we can buy an ingredient next week without relying on Calico. There's Ulu Pika, but we don't have enough stamina, unfortunately. And here's the festival. We do get a festival. We just don't see a certain other NPC. So, roar! And let's see if we can do this thing. Strength, agility, resilience. I guess we just go Unga Bunga strength. Again, we're trying to even out everything except for HP. We prioritize HP over everything else, and then we just do something extra. I think 2 NPCs is the limit. Governs power, so physical attack. We're finally going to be able to fight this dragon if we manage to make it past this summer. Shrug. So yeah, we don't need intelligence. We can eat this. Unfortunately, we have to take a Calico loan if we do that. So hey. We did not eat that, so ignore, and off we go. Would be funny if Calico were the one who are sending those, because she's trying to get me to take out a loan, but anywho. We'll do arches. We can eat, I'm gonna hope that we eat one more. They won't send me a bill, right? I mean, 300 strength, is that worth it? No, it's not worth it. It would be if I was going hybrid, but that's not the case here, so... apply debuff, but also take self-damage. I'd rather take RNG counter. I don't think... unfortunately, I don't think that applies to, a thing. So, well, let's see. If it scales off our strength, that would be nice. Unfortunately, that's not the case. So, leave as is. And off we go. There's a shop, but we don't have any gold. I forgot to save as well. Oh goodness. Merkin-chan, don't make me forget how to save. I'm really smiles. Question mark. I didn't need to add it. The game adds punctuation for me, but yeah, we'll do our best. So we'll take it. We'll take HP here. I know there's more higher rarity stuff, so we get more bang for buck. But yeah, it's not gonna happen. Here's another Ulu Pika. I mean, we could... I just realized my mistake. Well, but I don't want to over-rest on stamina, so we'll just Ulu Pika here. Praise, get gold, and off we go. Always act first to guarantees. So this stops, basically, any nonsense of things guarding. Always acts last, but it's a magic attack, so yeah, we'll take Quick Punch, because we want to stop things from guarding their allies. So we want to get that damage in, basically, is what I'm trying to say. But let's find out. So, yeah, we can recover stamina through these ingredients as well, so hey. I keep saying food, it's called ingredients. I also didn't save because I forgot to. Now we can, and let's find out. I mean, I could always just come back and not fight the boss here, but shrug, right? But anywho. Eat it all this time. So we can buff ourselves up as much as possible. Unless Call of the Storm just does damage based on nothing. It just does true damage. And it scales off of its own stacks. It's called level, but... yeah, I'll call it level, but it's stack. Another way to think about it is stacks of the same debuff, so... I mean, hey, right? Now, what's unfortunate is that we're not getting any other food. Never mind, I lied to myself. More HP! We don't have any HP scaling skills, though, so that kind of makes me sad. But, as we go towards this waterfall, we're going to eat something. Unless it's not always guaranteed after visiting the waterfall. So, we'll leave a little for the sake of the environment. But whether or not we get our salty run back, it depends on the game's RNG, if it is indeed RNG. Buff but lowers accuracy at the start of battle. Gain get some. It's probably gonna be the best. Actually, we're gonna reroll. We might need to reroll again. Evasion plus 4, so a chance. Basically, big RNG. You know what? Better than 0. And we eat the shrine. Hey, give me that. That must happen. That happened every time after I visited the waterfalls. So I'm just gonna assume it always happens if you visit the waterfalls. And off we go. Which must mean that eventually at some point, if it wasn't already apparent already, but I'm pretty sure it's not, in the other location when you go to the trash heap or the swamp, there must be other bosses that the developer wants to add, basically, is what I'm trying to say. Or the creator, both, really. But I did not get to set my skills. Well, now I get to ask the question whether or not I get to do a thing. We'll apply a shield though for the sake of a shield. I think Call of the Storm hits our shield. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be very sad. Yeah, okay, it does. So, off we go. Guard and nullify magical attacks, so time to punch. And as we notice, Revenge does not apply to damage taken by the shield. So, at a certain point, if Call of the Shield does apply, we want to just take full damage from Call of the Storm, if it applies to Revenge. Guess we're gonna find out. So, hey, Vibration Wave, because you're trying to mitigate damage, and there's nothing I can do about that because I didn't bring my priority attack, so hey. We did get to counter that blows through guard, but what happens afterward is a whole different story, so sadness. So I'll keep an eye out as to how much damage I'm taking from Call of the Storm, if and when it happens. And I guess we'll just apply a shield, because we can't do anything else this turn. But we do need to get rid of one of these tentacles soon, because we are not going to be able to out-damage the healing. Even with our strength as high as it is, it's going to be very close, and I have to use a bunch more items in recovery. So let me keep an eye on that. Nope. 3, 5, 8, 9 for the moment. Nullify magical, but hey. And as it noticed, go little things. 3 Call of the Storm, so my breath can only do so much damage, but we might as well throw it out so it can deal damage. Yeah, there we go. Call of the Storm again. So let's see how much. Oh my goodness, of physical attack, physical parry. So let's see how much damage we take from Call of the Storm and see if Revenge applies. So 7606, 7606. We do get the full damage from that. So yeah. Unfortunately, though. Yeah, so we might as well deal it, because we're going to be taking more damage later on. So we'll just throw out the damage and put a shield on ourselves. And then in about pretty much 1 or 2 more Call of the Storms, we just eat it in the face and see what we do with our lives. Oh my goodness, that already hurt me a bit. Vibration Wave. Nope, that's right. Nullifies a debuff. We do want the boss to be using up turns casting ice on itself, but hey. So we'll take this in the face, and so we can get our revenge up. Ow! Breath, I think this does like only 7,000-ish. But it's not being guarded, so it's fine with me for the moment. So, do we get to shield? We do. Before Acid Fluid slaps us in the face. And we go for the punch here, so we can try to get rid of that tentacle. If this oofs us, we do have the dragon plushie. I wish I didn't have to use it, but hey. And nullify physical attack, so Vibration Wave, and off we go. Again, we do need to get rid of these tentacles. They're gonna hurt us so bad. So, we'll wait for that tentacle to go. But while we're sitting here, here's the first Ambrosia. We're close to getting KO'd, so hey. And then we just throw out the full punch. I know it had headache, but I wanted to rush this so I can do Revenge ASAP. So Revenge. We get the damage. Here comes the tentacle, and we have acid wounds, so we can't do much here. Did we punch first? We punched first, didn't we? Anyway, defend as much as possible. We Dragon Breath next turn. I wonder what Dragon Breath actually scales. No, I forgot that it does that. Apparently we're doing more damage though, so you know what? All things considered, it's not so bad, but I do feel like the thingy is doing. Can we tank this? If we can tank this, then we can Revenge next turn and I think defeat the boss. So because we have more HP, that's what I'm trying to say. So we take that in the face, but then we Revenge back. And hopefully I won't. So yeah, we're gonna try to do the. Oh, so close! No, punch, believe. Okay, good. I didn't have to use the dragon plushie. This is just in case of nowhere, but also trying not to. The dragon plushie is a nice little cushion so that we don't actually lose. But let's find out. Again, when we get to the end of this training, we'll find out. Thank you for giving me dragon fruit, by the way. We still can't pay off Calico, which is funny, but after physical attacks, follow-up deals in for hybrid. Power increases on critical, but synergy, and okay, 6 hit strike. So basically a coin flip chance of hitting one of those attacks thing going crazy. Magic damage based on level. Would be interesting. I guess we're going to find out. Oh, that's right. The candy affects you immediately. That's all I have to say. Hey, that's cool. But as we go here and see what happens, so I guess we... Wow, really? Well, I mean, we can afford to do this, but I don't need the intelligence is the problem, so I guess we'll just lower strength and get resilience instead. I didn't want to do that, but the game just made me do that. And then, yeah, let's, I wanted to increase HP. Yeah, let's keep increasing HP. Who am I kidding? It is gonna show me, yeah, so let's check out over by the swamp and not eat everything for the sake of not staying wild. I tend to gravitate toward a wild coup, and that's not my intent. Especially when I say I want to get rule, but hey. Magic focus, well that's interesting. Wind power, each of aid reduces magical attack skills cooldown, no. Small damage, and vitality down. Sure. We don't really have a lot, well I mean we have shields and stuff, but... So this is gonna help for the boss we're about to fight. My next question is, do we have a thing? Because maybe we can just trade blows with the boss? If we have accuracy. If we don't have accuracy, though, we take Harden instead. I didn't even check what the synergy was. I assume it's Vitality plus 10% permanently? But otherwise... I'm gonna hope I can eat one more NPC. I'm gonna save it, though, just to be sure. And yeah, we have a lot to pay Calico back for. So yeah. Gonna check the town first to see, and yeah, we're gonna fight a calamity. Actually, you know what? Because I believe what I believe, I'm going to try and eat Archies, but we're gonna save it first. Unless eating an NPC already locks you out of the ending that you want. Unfortunately, that's not what happened, so we eat the fodder instead. But we didn't really care about the money here, so... Buff for heavy fight, act first to deal 1. Healing effect increased more, but... We're just gonna go full Unga Bunga. Although I should have taken recovery because that does play basically that it indirectly plays into an HP build by way of you recover more HP. Like I think that even counts for a percent-based item, so something that heals 25% of your HP. I know, I'm trying my best. Well, okay, fine, we'll try our best. So, please work hard, Coog. We need to pay Calico back. Guaranteed acid wound. Increase reward money when defeating small calamities. You know what? Fine. And if we run into a thing, then we'll do a thing. Yeah, let's do rule stuff. Definitely by the next boss, we'll be able to pay Calico back. Now, whether or not we have that long is a different story. Otherwise, resilience. But yeah, off we go. So, yep, here's a small calamity, and we need the money. Give me the money! I need it! And yeah, off we go. So, I did not set my thing, but it's fine for the moment. So, yeah, we'll apply dot, because we're getting our damage reduced anyway. I think these both are just going to protect each other, though. So here's hoping that I don't somehow just collapse. And in fact, unless we take a bunch of damage... There's no reason to save revenge. Now, we are just trading blows left and right, so at a certain point, we do need to mitigate damage either through recovery, applying a shield, or just outright increasing our defense, or mitigating damage outright. So yeah. They are getting stacks of Heavy Fi, though, so I do need to make these encounters as fast as possible. So to that end, pretty sure defend is not affected by... dots, so we're gonna keep trying. And yeah, I think we did have an AoE skill. We also have a bunch of other stuff, but Dragon Breath, you've hit Enrage. When we have Enrage, 32 to 34,000 damage, by the way. But yeah, when we have Enrage, fun times. Okay, we can pay Calico back. The unfortunate part about that is things. Equal to 20% more of damage taken, if I so choose. Otherwise, large damage BP. Yum yum yum, we're wild, so we get more stats. We don't have the stamina, sadly. The other sad part is that we're about to buy an ingredient anyway, so it's not like we can do much more with what we have anyway, which is very sad. Well, let's see if Calico can wait until we do a thing. So, we'll do what we can. Take a quick peek. Nothing here. We could have visited a coup event, but not really much we can do. And we have to pay Calico back, so here we stand. We do have a fair bit of healing and whatnot here and there, so it's not like I care too much, but now we have to take another loan. So, what else do we have? Who do I want to try and eat? Probably not, all things considered. I know he might raise intelligence by a fair bit, but hey, we got HP, so num 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 time. That also removes not from the rotation, so hey. Critical rate, wild personality, and we have a lot of wild. We're very wild, actually, which is actually not good for us, but yeah, we'll do our best. So, critical rate up, and we need some rollback. Sudden disappearance. Do I have any clue? Who knows? I know. I won't eat anyone anymore. That's your warning? Question mark? Believe. What should I do? Oh, what should I do? She's eating the villagers, but Morgantiana, we need the strength. I'll wake up though. Inside. Morning. Okay, we get to set our skills. I know you have to do it yourself. We should probably do it ourselves, but hey. Shield equal to next damage. So basically, if we're going to take a big attack, fun times, and then just put stuff. Call the Storm, magic damage, but we don't have that. Is it still good to use? Well, either way, we're going to take Drum Strike instead, and then just punch a lot. So hey. Coup punch a lot. Fight. And this is our first time, but whether or not we win, hey, let's find out. Let's find out how much damage we're actually taking. Our defense isn't anything special, but it's our HP that's a heck of a thing. So, we purposely do want to take a hit to the face for the sake of revenge. After that, though, well, I guess we're gonna find out. So, hit me. Oh, that's right. I don't have the. I don't have revenge. Never mind. Well. Equal to damage taken, actually, so we do actually want to trade blows. I do 17,000, you do 13,000. Can I take this next hit instead? Well, we're just gonna do it now, just to be safe. Let's just be safe. So large damage again, but let's just trade blows. Ow! Okay, I would have got... Okay, I get a shield equal to when I use it. That's interesting, but... As we ignore the command and do a critical punch, fun times. That being said, we do need a heal if we don't defeat this boss soon, so I guess we're going to find out what happens. So, guaranteed large damage, defense down. I think I can take this, tank this in the face. Let's find out. Whee! Okay, yeah, not as much. Power charge, though. We do need to pay attention there. But first, we scratch a lot. We're not a cat, but it feels like we will. Oh my goodness. It would be nice. I'm going to defend just to be safe here. Okay, good. Yeah, everything's fine. Oh, goodness, please. Punch! Punch quicker! Punch faster. I think that's a more grammatically accurate thing to say. But anywho, let's move on with our lives. So, without further ado, as there's an existence crisis here, and Steam says, hey, that's your first time fighting that. Low chance to apply poison each time an attack hits. That would be interesting. Otherwise, this wasn't too great. Oh, it's a magic attack anyway, but it wasn't great when I was using it in one of my runs. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, we could just trade blows with wing reading, but I'd rather get the extra oomph on top of our physical attacks that we're doing. Even though it doesn't look like we have a lot. But without further ado, after eating 2 villagers, I guess I'm going to call it here. So, let's find out. Hey, Ku. Right now, you feel hungry. Because I gave you villagers. I can't do that for you, Ku. Agility, HP. Will we have enough to pay Calico back? We will. Just barely. And yeah, off we go. It was for a good cause, Morgantiana. And Calico. your loans and eating the villagers. Just gonna take a quick peek. Hey, we have Ulu Peak again, but without further ado, yeah, nothing else to say. If you have anything to say yourself, well, I'll try to do my best to reply or read and stuff. But yeah, without further ado, thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!